until you see the bar move. Maybe try like making noise in the game by hovering over names or right-clicking on something, and then we can be quiet and you can see if the until you see the bar moves. Chat saying they can hear a commentary now. I don't know about the game sound though.
Yeah, they can hear us, and we have in-game audio.
Okay.
All right. All right, shall we do this again?
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone to Google Watch 2017. These are the semifinals, and we have Sorry matching up against We Need Healing. I am Luxury, and joining me tonight is Ivy.
Hey.
And we had a bit of a technical issue with our audio early on, but looks like it's all resolved. And we just got the last member of Sorry joining the custom game, and that's perfect timing for us to start this matchup. Ivy, what can you tell us about these two teams we're going to see?
I can tell you that both of these, well, all teams moving forward at this point are very strong. As for their record for the previous game, both teams went 3-1 in the round robin phases, so they only lost one round. And both teams won their quarterfinal matches with 3-0s.
Yeah, I think all the quarterfinal matches were 3-0s. I would say that's somewhat surprising, but that certainly attests to the strength of these teams coming to the semifinal matches. What are some of the players that you think we should look out for?
Oh, sorry, I was replying to the chat. So I think both teams are pretty strong, but we do have some outliers on each team. So sorry, for instance, Weeble and Bob is a master level player. So he's definitely there to look out for. Having played against them myself, I can say their team is very strong, and I think everybody knows at this point that they have their secret strategy that throws people off, which is not secret if everybody knows it. But and then We Need Healing. Most of their members are already pretty high up. I think most of them are plat, with a few either not placed or a little lower than that. But I would say like Sylar is probably their star DPS player. But I don't know much about this team. I've never seen. I didn't cast their game last week, so I haven't seen them play outside of watching the videos.
Yes, it looks like we are discussing the format. It is going to be a best of 5 for the control round, even though in competitive Blizzard's changed it to best out of 3.
Yeah, I got confused. I confused the 3 to win with best of.
Yes, it's first to 3 and best of 5 versus first to 2, best of 3. Very confusing.
Yeah, the settings make that a little hard to understand because you have to set it up to be score to win is 3. And like pretty sure that means you need 3 to win, so that's best of 5, but it's so weird. Are we ready?
It looks like we're just about ready to go into this map.
Alright, I'm gonna say caster are ready. Set it up to be score to win is 3. And like looks like we're starting. The map for this week is Ilios. We may have already said that.
Let's see, we're going to be starting up on Lighthouse.
Yes.
This is traditionally a Pharah favor map, I believe. So it'd be interesting to see if one of the teams will go Pharah here. And we do see Weeble and Bob showing that Pharah.
Both teams have Pharah players, so let's see if they actually run it.
Oh, it looks like they were trolling us a little bit.
Or just playing around, trying to
Or
decide who to play.
I'm back in the fight.
Attack Torb on a control map would be an interesting pick. Now, Torb is actually fairly strong on control if you take the point, but it's hard to take the point as Torb if you don't if the other team takes it first.
Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, it looks like they're not sticking with the Torb.
Yes, they're not.
White Space is actually going Winston. And it looks like both teams have been released now, so these are going to be their team comps, at least for the beginning, to get an idea for it.
We see Laramir on that May, which is also an interesting pick.
And Ceci on the Orisa.
Digs in. The Winston, but he does get out safely. Some poke comes out as Weevil and Bob tries to get backline with rockets.
Looks like
We Need Healing is going to take the point first. They just move into that position. And Sorry is going to have to get in there, but they do lose their Winston.
and their Mercy and then their Soldier.
And
So
that
they are
looks
going
like
to have to reset.
a solid win for the first team fight for We Need Healing.
Yeah, it looks like a few of them were trying to fight on the point. That's interesting that they would do that, but they've now successfully reset.
It was Sylar who got the final blow on the first opening kill in that first team fight, so he's definitely a player to look out for.
He's almost got ult already too. 92% for Blade.
Oh, the May is coming out and trying to disrupt the formation of Sorry, putting the wall in the middle. Something to pay for. Sound Bear comes out. That's okay. But they lose the May to the Fair Rocket, and that's going to be a number advantage. But a lot of ults are going to come out here with the res.
Diva Bomb went off. Dragon Blade came out. Something I found interesting in that last fight was White Space on Winston tried to use his ult to push people off, and then ended up getting pushed off himself.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Yeah, it's by the Lucio, I believe.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was really kind of a snowball situation where winning the first team fight solidly gave an ult advantage that resulted in a team fight when even with a reduced numbers due to losing the first member.
Sorry has started taking picks with May,
Yes.
Lucio, and Mercy now going
Two
down.
picks without any res should result in the flipping of this point by Sorry. And they do, but it is 99%, so they're going to be perfect. They're going to have to be perfect here.
Yeah, they cannot lose this point or it's over for them.
They do have, for the moment at least, an ult advantage going to the next fight, but they will have to make them count and make sure to conserve them without wasting anything. White Space dives Sylar, clearly recognizing the threat of the entry flare. Trades come out, 1 for 1.
Rocket Barrage came out, but Diva ate it, and then Orisa killed her. The res comes out on the Pharah, though. Sorry is down.
Sorry is down a lot, and we are in overtime, and unless something drastic changes, looks like We Need Healing is going to be taking this first round.
Score 0-1.
Now show them. Let's shoot for a new high score.
Now, Laramir is going to be changing to a Reaper here as we head into Ruins. Now, Ruins is also traditionally a very good Widowmaker map, the long sightlines. but it doesn't look like either team are showing a Widowmaker here. Weeble's gonna stay on that Pharah,
Let's gather some
while
very
Van Groot is gonna switch from Soldier to Reaper.
Oh, Lara switched
Laramir's
off.
gonna switch back to the Mei.
Otherwise, both teams keeping pretty much the same.
Pokes come out. Laramir's putting up the wall. Sylar dashes back into the back lines to try to get a pick on the supports.
Weeble
Doesn't get
goes
anything.
down.
Looks
So,
like an icicle.
We Need Healing has the advantage right here. Oh, but then they take down Mei. And then Whitespace is diving the Mercy. Both the supports, really. Mercy
he
goes
gets-
down.
Gets Mercy.
But then Whitespace goes down.
Very even fight so far, but Sylar goes down. That's going to be huge. Their main source of DPS is here. Just the tanks left for We Need Healing, and this should be a first point take for... Sorry.
taking the point. Don't worry.
Who's still on the point? Oh, okay, I see. It's switched over. Nobody had capped it in the first place.
Right. Some poke coming out. And,
There we switched onto a Bastion.
Bastion. Now that is quite unexpected. We were expecting this strat coming out from... Sorry, actually.
Maybe that's what they're trying to use their own strat against them.
Yes, that would be,
I am ready to provide.
Looks like Larimer's taking out people with a Bastion.
he gets solo ulted. Weeble goes down, but is rezzed along with the Reaper.
Sorry, we'll be keeping the point. They use the Pharah ult there to take out the Bastion.
It's probably
the
the
res.
correct move. How much damage the Bastion is doing.
Looks like going into this next fight,
We Need Heal is going to have 6 ults as soon as Laramir comes back.
quite scary, but they do have, Sorry does have Transcendent.
Yeah, so if We Need Healing can bait out this Transcendence and use their other ults, they're in a good position to win this fight.
Diva Bomb comes out.
Self-destruct. Comes in, gets one, trans popped. Both Zenyatta's doing their Zenyatta mating dance. And it's just a huge brawl on the fight, but We Need Healing is getting most of the kills, and even with the stall coming out from the Winston with the ult, they should be able to flip this, and they do, but it is at 98%.
Looks like going into this next fight, Sorry used most of their ults there that they had saved up, so they only have the Pharah ult, but will have the res following it. Whereas We Need Healing saved up 3 of their ults and has res, Bastion, and Orisa ult.
A slight ult bench here for We Need Healing. But Sorry does have a lot of time here. They can get some eco pushes and try to bait some ults out. And come in here with the ult advantage. But they're going to use it right here, right now.
They did take the res out though.
So the Bastion ult's going to come out.
Hasn't really been getting anybody so far.
Yeah, Sorry's been dealing with that pretty well here. Bongo comes out. And that's going to result in a bunch of kills, but Rez is going to counteract that. Bastion is still doing damage though, as he goes down. And the Genji Blade's gonna come out, and that's not looking good for Sorry. It's just 1v1.
Winston versus Orisa.
Winston versus Orisa, but he's gonna get help soon from the Pharah coming in. But
Both
reinforcements
Mercies are
on
back.
both sides are gonna meet up on the point here, and this continues to be a very brawly fight. But all the while, We Need Healing is getting percentage here. So this fight goes too long.
Ooh,
Sorry, may not like the result here.
Back in the fight.
Diva Bomb got Zenyatta and sorry, Diva's
And
back. It's like we
yeah,
need
and
healing.
sorry is yeah. They lost that that very prolonged fight, and in the end, we need healing's going to take round number 2.
Yes, that was quite the long fight there.
Yeah, it came down to tank versus tank, and but in the end, the fight was too long, and the tanks weren't able to kill each other. Now coming into this match, we're gonna have Pharaohs coming out. Looks like coming out on both sides, and a Roadhog.
And a Lucio, they're paired with the Orisa, they're going. And the Diva, it's like the boopiest comp ever.
Indeed. It is also a triple tank comp, which is
You're right.
interesting in this day and age. I'd be curious to see if the Pharaohs are going to go for the other team. Quite often, a focus on the other team is fair. When the other team has a fair, that gives the other Pharaoh an opening to kill you. But it doesn't really matter, as both the Pharaohs were killed by other members of the teams.
Yeah, looks like white space goes down as well. I think this fight right now is in we need healing's favor, especially because
and especially with where they have positioned, they had the better presence on the point, and they were able to cap it first.
I think sorry needs to back out here and regroup, which they are regrouped now.
Aramir's doing kind of a flank, which is kind of without the mercy pocket. Transcendence comes out for sorry. With attack visor, gets 2.
The farmer sees down. Sound barrier comes out. We need healing side.
Yes, getting the mercy with that attack visor was very important, as she had res. It would have counteracted the effects of that.
Looks like Sorry is going to be taking this now. The pharmacy's back, but their whole team is dead, so... So, going to this next fight, ults look pretty even here. Both teams have Pharah ult.
The engagement here is interesting. Oh, a hook and Pharaoh ult is just going to kill 3 people right off the bat. And We Need Healing just takes it right back.
That was very fast. Looks like they used the Pharah ult and the Roadhog ult there. But Sorry did not... Wait, did Sorry always have a Reaper, or did they just switch to Reaper?
I believe they just switched.
Okay. Diva Bomb gets Pharah, that's gotta feel bad.
Oh, that's a feel bad. And
Mercedes comes out. Picks up Soldier and Winston on sorry side.
yeah, Sorry's got to win this next fight, or their chances of winning this are very slim indeed. But they lose the Soldier first.
Rocket Barrage comes out though and gets the Orisa. But nobody's really on the point yet. Looks like they're going on now.
Oh, and the res comes out.
That was a flyby res.
And this is a 6-on-5 right now. Unless the Soldier can get in. The Soldier does get in, but they lose the Reaper and the Soldier. And no, sorry. They are in desperate.
Zenyatta's popping off though.
To stay alive on this point.
Like
But for some reason they're not getting any kills. And sorry is getting few kills of their own, This would be quite amazing if they managed to actually flip it and stay alive here.
We Need Healing is coming back now. The Roadhog ult just came out to try to take care of Van Groot here. Oh,
Another
double rocket
shield.
barrage! Ooh, wow! That was-
Justice reigns from slightly higher above.
Oh,
As in this case, slightly lower above, as the lower Pharaoh actually got the kill on the higher Pharaoh.
that was really funny. He was shooting at the point and then noticed that Laramir had used rocket barrage.
I like how this Lucio is just standing there still, and no one can get it.
Wow,
Sorry,
I cannot
does
believe they
manage.
took it back.
They actually did it. It's quite amazing.
And they are up in the ult economy as well. They have both of their defensive ults along with the soldier ults.
And they actually now have a Junkrat play the Van
Ooh.
Groot.
That is going to be interesting. Wonder if that's to destroy the Orisa shields fast.
It's well, as you know, I always say it's always a good time for Junkrat.
I mean, these days, yes. Oh no, Van Groot!
As we say that, he dies too.
I don't even. Wasn't
Sound
it
Bear
Orisa
comes
move?
in though for we need this point with a man advantage, but they do lose a Mei, and the Transcendence is popped, keeping the fair she ults
Ooh, they could not get away, or Mercy couldn't get away from that
from
Diva
that
bomb.
Diva bomb, and she did die with Res, so that's really gonna hurt here.
That's definitely gonna hurt, especially as the rest of the team goes down. The only person here is Soldier, who goes down as
And
well.
that should be it. I don't think they're even able to get on this point. And We Need Healing take the first match 3-0.
That Diva bomb definitely was the clutch play right there. Well, at least for the very end.
Yeah, getting that Mercy with the Diva Bomb with Res was very damaging to Sorry's chances there. Now that We Need Healing's shown the Bastion, it'd be interesting to see if Sorry comes back with their own Bastion. And we may see a Bastion versus Bastion fight here. Very exciting.
That would be very exciting. I'm interested to see if that actually happens. I could see both teams playing Bastion on defense especially if they go on some Dorado. But I guess I'd have to see what maps. Is next
Well, coming up next is
Escort?
Hybrid, I believe.
Hybrid. Okay.
And for Hybrid,
I immediately think of Hollywood.
because of the Bastions,
Yes, because of the Bastions.
right? And Orissa's, right? Yeah, I think Hollywood would be. Well, I think if We Need Healing were picking, they would probably pick Hollywood because they have an Orisa player.
But Sorry clearly knows how to work with their Bastion from their previous matches, and it's their pick. What are the other options again?
Eichenwald and New Bonnie and Kings Row.
I could also see Kings Row. I mean,
Personally, I would not pick Kings Row if I were them. Actually, no. Actually, I might pick Kings Row if I were them. If they want to go with a Junkrat heavy strat.
true. The Junkrat. They also might be switching in one of their other players. It's like one of them was having computer problems, and that's why they had the sub. Oh, it looks like they are. Wait.
I think we're just switching maps around. Well,
No, Sorry is in control, so
oh, okay.
that they would pick the map that they are going for. Which looks like it's Kings Row.
Kings Row is always a classic, and many people, for many people, it's their favorite map. So Kings Row could just be a comfort pick.
That's true. Yeah, I think Kings Row is a comfort pick for me too. hate Numbani. And Hollywood.
Yeah, and Eichenwald is.
Eichenwald's fun. But it's
but you're always reminded of those terrible first point pushes where you can't get past the choke.
that applies for all of these maps. Looks like they're
Less so for King's Row though, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a little more vertical friendly. It looks like they switched sides.
With
so
with the button.
Yeah, I know, and not put everybody in
and
spectator.
and not using spectator as a temporary variable for swapping values of two variables.
What was I gonna? Oh yeah, so it looks like Sorry is going to be playing attack first, if I recall correctly, based on the colors. Is it
Yes.
defense?
Blue always defends first.
Okay. Yeah, so they decided they wanted to attack on King's Row first. That's interesting.
That is interesting. Most teams typically pick defense first because you get more information for your attack round.
Yeah, I guess on the other hand, though, with defense, when you're attacking first, you kind of set how far you have to defend. I personally like to defend first.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but every little bit counts.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure people would argue that one side has an advantage over the other, but I'm not entirely up to date on that. Looks like we are still waiting. Wait.
I think we're still waiting on. Oh no, we're not. I thought they were going to switch in one of their main players.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like they couldn't get a hold of their other player.
Yeah, it looks like internet issues, which is always unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Not much you can do about that, except spend money to either fix your internet or router or whatever.
We have Siler showing a Junkrat here, which I love, of course.
Yes. So to clarify, it looks like We Need Healing is on defense first. Correct?
Yes, We Need Healing will be defending first, and Sorry will be attacking first.
All right, time to look at We Need Healing team comp right now, since they have chosen their heroes and are making their way to the point. It's like pretty much what they've been running with the Mei, Orisa, Mercy, D.Va, but they're running the Junkrat and an Ana. The Ana pick is interesting, in my opinion.
You think so? Why?
I mean, I guess they ran Ana in some of the other maps, but I mean, Junkrat is probably pretty good nano material as long as he doesn't ult while he's nanoed, but you don't have any of the must nano pick.
Yeah, you don't have any of the traditional nano targets. It also gives you one fewer defense ult, which seems interesting because when you're defending, you need as much sustain and and countering ults to.
Also, double primary healer means one of them is going to be getting, if not both, is going to be getting ults less often. Looks like Sorry is running the Pharah again. Looks like their comp is pretty traditional. What they've been running, except they're running a Rhine.
They're running a Rhine with a Winston, which you don't see that often. And they're trying to make their way around up through the theater with the Pharah poking towards the back.
I think the Winston can create some space here for the DPS that are behind the Rhine shield. So that's pretty
Oh, they
interesting.
do get a pick on the Mei, but
Then Groot goes down. Junkrat.
to the Junkrat. And this formation of Weenie healing here is very, very good here. Oh, and the Riptire is coming out.
Ooh, already.
Everybody, and gets the Mercy. That's
If I recall correctly, who did We Need Healing play last round? The quarterfinals.
I don't recall actually. But Laramir is switched over to the Bastion for a little bit there before going down. A bunch of ults are coming out.
Arista tried to pull people into that Diva bomb. That was pretty interesting. Didn't work out, but
And they did lose the baby Diva in the process.
looks like Bastion is back here. Tactical
As a
Visor
result of
coming out.
these trades, you know, trades are going to favor the attack here. And for a bit there, sorry seems to be in good position to take the point, but the res came out, and now it's looking a little bit more even.
They did get a tick though.
Oh, but with the double kill there by Weeble on the Pharah, that definitely sealed it. So Sorry is able to take the first point, and let's see if they're gonna go aggressive and try to clean up any stragglers. Does not look like they're gonna do that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going too aggressive. Soldier is poking out a bit, but I think he's not going far out, which I think is a pretty good decision. But I also
Not
have the
going.
view that shows me that their team's pretty grouped up, so it's like Winston's trying to go behind to get some picks.
Now this area is pretty good for Pharah. She can kind of hide, dart in and out between the buildings. But they do get a pick on the Mercy from Sorry side. So they're going into this, you know, at that point 5v6, but now it's 4v6.
Looks like they might be backing out. The Bastion ult comes out, but since they disengaged, it's not really getting any use out of it. Looks like
Yeah, we
Ryan
have
and Winston.
two tanks here that are just kind of stranded. If We Healing had rushed in there, they probably could have gotten both of them, gotten a pretty good stagger. But reinforcements are going to come in now for Sorry. And the fight's going to start up again. Siler's coming over here with his Junkrat for the flank, and that might cause some problems, but he's going to get a Pharah in his face, and he's going to have to back out.
Ooh, Ryan has got a
rocket launcher.
huge.
But it's counteracted by the res. That was 2 ults for 1. But somehow, with the Transcendence, they were able to clean up the rest. And that was a lot of ults that resulted in Sorry's victory here.
Yeah, they are all out of ults now. They're about to have Winston and Mercy leave. But it looks like We Need Healing isn't any better off in terms of their ult.
Well, they do have the Orisa ult to work with, which is not to be underestimated. 30% damage across your entire team is quite significant.
Especially paired with Mercy's damage boost as well. Looks like
They get a trade Mercy for Pharah,
Everyone heal up.
but 2 more go down on Sorry side.
DMAC Diva, but this is a losing fight, so they are backing out.
And they do stabilize. Oh, and pretty big stagger on the Pharah. Sorry.
Let me get you.
241 here. It should be. That's a pretty good amount of time to take the last point. King's Row. Sylar switches off the Junkrat onto the Reaper. And this is actually a triple DPS comp. with a Winston solo tank. Sorry is gonna dive in with a Winston.
Both teams have quite a few
It's the
ults here.
Pharah. Rocket Barrage comes out. Pharah dies in the process.
Another pretty good hammer down there, taking out the Orisa.
Attack Visor from Sorry is gonna get one. And payload is moving for Sorry. As We Need Healing is gonna come out one for the last moment of the test with the full team. Bongo comes out, counteracted with the Transcendence.
Looks like Reaper was gonna ult there, but ended up getting killed instead. Diva Bomb comes out and takes out Mercy with Res. Rocket Barrage. Takes out Ryan.
Sorry, just gonna have to back out here.
It's unfortunate because it looks like it's only the Pharah here, so I wonder if they're gonna chase after her.
If they know, they know she's up there, and they do manage to get her out.
She got out safely though. Winston came to save her before it was too late.
Winston's gonna have to delay his next dive because he doesn't have the bubble anymore.
It's like both Mercies have res here going in. Sylar has Death Blossom. Oh, and it looks like he's trying to jump down but gets
They lose Pharah here, and that's not good actually. If they lose this fight, they're gonna have basically one more fight, that's it.
I think this is when they... Oh, the res comes out, but doesn't get Pharah.
And she dies right afterwards.
Death Blossom.
Trance is used. And it
Soldier
still
goes
doesn't
down.
look like Sorry's situation has improved that much.
Yeah, I think they should have backed out
Yeah,
and
they should have
regrouped.
backed out there and
Now it's too late.
gotten one more fight, and now they're going to have to re-engage with fewer numbers.
And fewer ults. It's like they're getting picked off one by one. Soldier tries to stall.
And
Lucio
that's
comes
just
out.
that's just going to be desperation here at the end. Once Lucio goes down, surely this is the end of the round for Sorry, and it is.
Complete. Score 0-2. Switching sides.
I mean, this is certainly still winnable for Sorry. They effectively got the cart almost to the end.
Yes, the only downside is they won't have a second chance.
Yes, they won't have any additional chances.
Looks like Sorry will be running the Bastion.
Yes, it comes out.
I'm sure We Need Healing probably knows about this, but they may not.
Well, Weeble is a pretty good Bastion.
And if
Yes.
you get into trouble, I'll bail you
Yes, definitely. It looks like they have Ryan to shield him. Otherwise, their comp looks pretty much the same.
Excuse me for
It's a little too early to look at We Need Healing's comp still. Someone in chat is asking if the Sorry members have the Sorry spray. We should ask them that in an interview after.
Well, assuming they win.
I mean, we can interview both sides. We did that.
We did that.
Oh.
I'm personally not a huge fan of interviewing the losing side. It
Yeah.
seems like a lot of mental burden.
Yeah, that spray is impossible to get. Okay, so it looks like We Need Healing is running Doomfist. Which, looking at Sylar's played characters, this is not surprising. It is the first time that he showed up, I think, in this matchup.
Let's see what Weevil Bob does here. Oh, they're gonna get the Pharah first.
Diva is demech and then killed.
Things are looking good for Sorry here. All the kills are coming out for Sorry. And it does look like the surprise factor of Bastion was effective.
Looks like they have switched off a Doomfist already onto Junkrat.
It's a solid choice. Junkrat's nade spam is very hard to deal with any kind of stationary defense.
Yeah, and then Ryan Shield is be melted like delicious butter. Looks like Winston's trying to get a few picks but has to back out. Ryan Shield's already pretty low.
I'm taking care of you.
But they do take out a
The
Rissa.
Bastion is that you can still go in recon mode and kind of have a slightly less effective soldier if
Looks like
your
that's
stationary
what they're planning on.
defense isn't working. But this nade spam is not quite all that consistent coming from We Need Healing. So, and this is partly due to positioning, I believe, because there really, coming from that angle, there really isn't kind of like a ledge to hide behind and look things over from. But the tire does come out and get the Mercy on Sorry side, but as he is immediately killed afterwards by Winston. And the self-destruct comes out but doesn't get anything. Oh, and the Bastion Cult's gonna come out.
It's going after the Mercy as well.
Oh, and they finally kill the Bastion.
They also take
These
down
are-
Brian, followed by Winston.
Oh, and the big red's coming out, and that should turn the tides here, as it is currently, I believe, a 4v3, 4v2.
Bastion and Mercy go down again though, and then
Oh,
a
the
big res
Mercy
on
will-
their side comes out. Not necessarily big, but they do get the Junkrat and the Pharah back.
Anyone else want some?
And right now, it looks like We Need Healing has gotten the kills they need here. And I would be surprised if they do not get this point in the near future.
Yeah, Bastion looks like he kind of thought about going in, but is now backing out.
Taking the objective.
They have definitely given up on this point.
So that was a good amount of time that was shaved off from the first point there.
And they're all here right now to defend the hallway, which was not the case when Sorry took the point. They got a lot of
That
food.
is true.
Looks like Pharah is trying to come around back here. He's got ult, so
Oh, and
probably
he's-
trying the surprise ult.
Oh, with this.
Takes out Bastion.
That was probably the Pharaoh's mission there, just to take out Bastion. This Bastion was causing a lot of issues for them.
Trades are definitely in attack's favor in this hallway, so it's not the end of the world. Ooh, the tire gets Mercy, and then Winston goes down on Sorry's side.
That's probably the fourth or fifth time that Sorry's Mercy has been killed by a tire.
The tire is on a mission to find Mercy. And it's finding her.
Mission accomplished. Sorry is gonna have to regroup quickly to get a contest on the second point.
I wonder if they're going to try to contest it. Looks like they are going to. Possibly they're backing out again. No, they're going to
No,
contest.
they're definitely gonna contest this.
They do take out Pharah.
Yes. And the Bastion's getting set up here, but the shield is coming out. It's broken. Oh, big bomb that's counteracted by the res. 3 killed, 3 res.
Ooh,
Just
none
like
of them
that.
are on the point though. Did it make it?
It did not. Did not.
That was
Miraculously, it is 0.22 meters left.
Barrier activated.
Sorry. It looks like they are able to defend here.
Pardon me.
right
just have to-
before the second point. And this is an ideal place to hold for the second point, because your respawns are actually shorter with your defense.
On the other hand, though, you have to make sure someone's on the point. They got dangerously close there to being capped, moved
Yes.
off for a little too long.
It is possible to get a C9 here.
Or an INT9.
Or an IT9, yes. Gotta update my lingo.
Looks like Winston's coming around behind trying to get some picks, but is alone here and goes down.
Yeah, that was a... Oh, and tire is destroyed. Probably the first time we've seen that. With these new, faster tires. There's two picks coming out by Sorry, and only 16 seconds left.
Ooh. He was gonna try to stall.
Oh. They
Winston?
could have staggered that diva, but I guess they didn't want to risk it. Now it is almost overtime, and are they going to get on it? They are.
Nope. They did not make it. Reaper died before he could actually touch it.
Sorry, evens it up. We have a series on our hands here.
Whew. Can go either way.
Game.
Which I would hope that at this point, all the games could go either way. But do you think it was Sebastian, or do you think
I
it was?
really think it was the Bastion. The Bastion, at first, I think it did actually surprise We Need Healing, because they didn't seem to be able to handle it very well before they switched off to the Junkrat. And afterwards, they were so focused on killing the Bastion that they were getting killed by other means, and also their formation was off, as you can see, like from the second to last fight. The Winston was jumping in too early and getting killed. So it kind of, I think the effect of the Bastion is that the focus that he's drawing is causing We Need Healing to get out of position, to overfocus, to basically, I would even say, like, it's a little bit tilting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Losing against Sebastian is tilting, just period. But
Yeah, that is true.
but any mistakes too. Oh, it looks like they're going with
Instant.
Route 66.
Yeah, it was an instant map choice pick for We Need Healing.
We didn't
Right
even have
to
time to
Route 66.
speculate.
I wonder why that is.
That first point on Route 66 is a pretty common Bastion spot, so curious about that. But I guess both teams feel
It is also
comfortable
a
running the
good
Bastion.
Sombra spot as well for defense.
That's true. My cheat sheet does not have either team running a Sombra, but
Well,
it doesn't mean nobody does run.
if We Need Healing has a Sombra in their back pocket, this would be a good time to
Traveling to Route 66.
whip it out. But they are going to
Yeah.
be attacking first, so we won't see until the next round whether or not they can do that. Sorry is going to defend first, and they're going to stick with what appears to be working so far, and they're going to go with Bastion.
And as some people in chat pointed out, Arista is pretty good on this first point as well, especially with the Bastion. Oh, it looks like this can obviously change still, but wait, sorry, We Need Healing is attacking, correct?
Yes, We Need Healing is attacking,
Hmm.
so yes, that could still change.
Curious to see if they actually do a Bastion v Bastion, or if they'll end up changing this before they actually start running. But it looks like
Yes.
Sorry is of course running the Bastion with the Rhine again, so the exact same comp that we saw last round.
And since We Need Healing typically runs a Orisa, we'll see which is better.
Yeah, I'm actually
Bastion
kind of.
Rhine or Bastion Orisa?
So the downside, I think, to playing a Rhine against this team, which I think at this point we can confidently say that we'll probably run an Ursa, is holding up here on the gas station. Ryan can easily be pulled down by Ursa. And that leaves Bastion with no shield unless Winston puts a shield down for him. Whereas the Orisa can put a stationary shield down.
Yes, and Orissa's shields are actually harder to break than Ryan's because of the relatively short cooldowns
Escort the payload.
on Orissa's shield.
We'll see. Looks like they are running a Bastion on attack.
Running a Bastion on the payload too. Such a classic.
Here comes the Orisa shield. They put it on the ground instead of on the
Oh,
payload.
and
Bastion goes down
We need
immediately.
healing. Yeah, we need healing's Bastion goes down immediately.
Should
And
have put the shield on the payload.
we have an answer to, at least in this first fight.
Looks like there's-
Master Bastion.
They are not sticking with the Bastion. They're going Pharah, which is an interesting pick against the Bastion and a Soldier. And a Zenyatta. I can't...
I mean,
They've been
this
running
is a-
Pharah, though.
oh, they're going
There goes the boot.
Pharah to boop off, and then use a Genji to go in to dive the Bastion, which does work.
The
even though it's at
anti-heal,
the cost
too.
of their Pharah. They're counting on the fact that without their Bastion, sorry is not going to be able to do anything. But I don't think that's true. The Sylar is doing pretty good on this Genji so far. He's diving the backline, but he is going to be taken out. Sorry did take a long time to contest this point, but they're on it now, and it looks like they're in pretty good shape. As they take out Diana, and their Bastion's coming back, and they're just going to clean up the rest of the members of healing.
They showed some mercy to that Mercy there. Did not kill her.
The payload is stopped. And here I thought
It's like, we need healing. It's grouping back up here. And sorry is positioned back on the gas station. I wonder if they're prepared for the boop at all now. Or the Orisa pull.
Sorry as Winston jumps in with ult. Their Pharah, we need healing's Pharah goes in and is just shredded to pieces by the Bastion. As you said, it's certainly a bold strategy running Pharah against Soldier and Bastion. I think in that case you probably want your Diva to be escorting your Pharah going in for the diving in for the kill on the Bastion there. Ooh, big Earth Shatter.
Looks like they cleaned up completely there.
1 minute left for this first point.
We need to keep the pace.
60 seconds.
Can we need healing solve this puzzle? Or is sorry going to get a full hold on the first point of Route 66, which is never what you want as attack.
No, of course not. Looks like they're setting up on the floor now, which I find
And
interesting.
they get two members picked right away. We need healing.
I didn't even notice the Zarya swap there. On we need
Yeah.
healing side.
They basically swapped to Zarya, and she immediately got killed.
Yeah, probably to try to just build up energy. Oh,
Oh, Nanoblade
there's a
comes
Nano
out.
Blade.
The barrage.
Ooh, they got the
Get
Mercy.
three. And it does look, yeah, with Mercy, that's huge.
Bastion goes down, Ryan goes down.
They should
Looks like
win
it's-
this fight at the very least.
But will they
We're
be
gonna get
back
some
in time?
stall. We're gonna get some stall from Winston here. Oh, Attack Visor comes out from sorry, gets the Pharah.
Team up for special
Mercy's
attack.
back now too, probably gonna play a little bit further back to get a res off.
Bongo gets dropped on We Need Healing side. And this is a must-win for We Need Healing. They want to avoid the full hold. Oh, and they get off the point, and that is definitely
no!
an IMT/C9 there.
Score.
Oh, I was paying so much attention to just waiting for the Mercy to res the Bastion, I didn't even notice that they got off the point. Oh, that's really sad. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, that fight was fairly even, although it did seem at the end that Sorry did have the advantage, especially with the res, as long as they were able to keep their Mercy alive. But that is certainly unfortunate.
Both teams did have a res though, so
Oh, that's true.
because the res on We Need Healing side came out right there at the end. Yeah. This is interesting. I mean, like, We Need Healing can still do a full hold. I'm curious to see. Looks like they're running May and
May and
McCree.
McCree.
I'm surprised they're not going too cheesy here, especially when they have to do such a tight hold.
Yeah, I mean this is still winnable for We Need Healing. I mean they're obviously at a huge disadvantage due to the full hold there on the first round, but crazier things have happened
Yes.
in higher level games too. So certainly anything can happen here.
This is definitely going to be exciting to watch.
I can't wait to get started.
Ooh, it looks
No.
like a... Sorry, go on.
I'd be curious to see what the positioning here for Sylar is. Is he going to be standing with the Orisa behind her shields? Is he going to try for flanks?
2, 1.
This is the first time we've seen Sylar on McCree this match, right?
The payload.
I believe so, yes.
We have no prior experience.
It's like we have a Mei that's going to do a little flank, probably try to get some kind of a wall to isolate one of the members. Sorry, get a quick kill.
Got an attack bastion here.
Or just go straight on the point and try to freeze the bastion, but no,
Ooh,
Mei's just going to
They did get a-
shredded.
they got a
completely.
big anti-heal there, though.
Yeah, but unfortunately wasn't able to capitalize off of it. Winston dives in for sorry. It goes very low and is just going to get killed.
But they're just letting this payload go. No one's contesting it.
Payload is almost there. They're going to wait until the last second to get it, but they are just going to get killed, all killed by the Bastion before the McCree finally kills the Bastion but dies himself. And it's just the Mei here on the cart. As soon as they kill that Mei, it is going to be home free for sorry. And that is it. And sorry moves to series point.
Wow, I think it was definitely they did not know how to handle the bash.
Play of the game.
Yeah, I think so too. They're definitely they definitely had some success with a combination of the Pharah boop, knocking the Reinhardt out of position, and then sending in Sylar on that Genji to handle the Bastion. As you know, Genji with the reflect is usually very effective against Bastions. It's kind of the traditional counter, even though Bastion really has many counters. But they were not able to keep the Pharah alive after performing that maneuver.
Yes.
So,
I mean, I can't talk. I personally also cannot deal with bastion, especially very good ones like we will hear. But
yes, it is very difficult. You really need a coordinated team effort to do it, and those attempts were coordinated. But I think you probably need to involve the Devo more in those kind of maneuvers, flying in, neutralizing the Bastion for the 4 seconds duration of the defense matrix, protecting your Pharah as she dives in to do the booping, something like that. It's really amazing just how much coordination is required to defeat this kind of strategy.
yeah, it's frustrating, but so it's the next map is 2CP. It looks like, especially based on the map change to Hanamura here. So We Need Healing is picking the map again. What are you expecting pick if they don't say it before, I guess.
Well, the Bastion's certainly going to be on their minds, and so if you want to decrease try to minimize the effectiveness of a Bastion, probably Horizon then.
That would be an interesting pick, but yeah, I can see that. So I was trying to.
Bastion's certainly not like completely useless on Horizon by any stretch. But because you have longer sight lines, Bastion is slightly less effective because of its spread.
Yeah, I was going through the different CP maps, trying to think of where Bastion sets up to see if there's one that.
Alternatively, they may want to go to Anubis. Anubis is a very good Junkrat map. So if, at least on defense, if they're able to use a Junkrat effectively, it'll probably make it very difficult for an attack Bastion to gain any kind of ground.
Looks like they are going with Horizon.
Well, that was my first pick, and I wish I would have locked it in when I said it and looked like a genius.
Looks like the chat is asking for the skill rating of what?
Of someone in general chat, apparently.
Oh, general chat, really? Oh, I'm actually very interested in it too. Oh, I guess we need to be ready. Oh wait, it's happening.
Yes, we're starting the game.
We're checking out some random person's career profile from general chat. Oh man, okay, so it looks like there might be a Sombra coming out here instead of a Bastion. I missed it. Looks like We Need Healing is doing defense first. So actually it's probably too early to call the Sombra on.
This is the first game 4 that I've casted in the knockout stages of this tournament. Very exciting.
Yeah, same. They've all been 3-0s. This is also the first Horizon map, possibly. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense if we've gotten to the fourth map, but yeah. So it looks like We Need Healing is going with a Junkrat.
Junkrat Orisa setup.
You know, Anna,
they're certainly going to expect that Bastion coming in here.
Sorry was almost going with the 5 support.
Attackers incoming.
And a Genji.
There wasn't. Nobody picked Genji, but like there were 5 supports on the board there. No DPS selected, but I don't know. I would be very, very happy to see a 5 supports and a Genji happen.
Indeed.
Maybe we should have done that when we knew it was too late for us. We had enough support players, so.
Did anybody really see it? I mean, if 5 supports and a Genji play a game and no one watches it, did it really happen?
That's true. I mean, I have plenty of footage of 5 supports and a Genji, but alright, it looks like Sorry is going with the attack Bastion again.
Same comp, same exact comp that they're running.
Been working for them, so.
Oh, and a huge remote bomb plus grenade kills 2 from Sylar.
Ryan goes down to the Reaper.
And that's just going to be it for this first push. And Sylar's going to put the trap with the mine in exactly the same place. Let's see if Sorry sees it this time.
I mean, it worked last time, so. But yeah, let's see how it goes. We'll have to take some time out to kill that, rather than quickly moving to the choke. So.
Yeah.
It's like
Maybe once, right? Moving. Oh, they see it. They're gonna kill the trap, and they're gonna move to the right side with the Bastion providing cover. The Sylar's on this elevated position here on the right, which which is pretty good. Allows him to spam nades down here in this middle area without exposing himself too much.
Bastion goes down, but
Trey's
then
coming
Reaper
out.
follows.
And Orisa, oh, Tyre's going to come out from Sylar here, way up on the top, but is killed, is taken out by Bastion.
They don't seem to really be capitalizing on these picks yet. They're starting to move
Yeah.
it now, but it's maybe they were waiting for the tire though.
Yeah, probably true.
Ultimate is ready.
Sorry,
We
Zen took out.
3 on the point here, with one coming back. Bastion ult is going to come in, but
Goes
Sylar
straight.
gets one.
Heroes never die.
Rez comes out for sorry, and they're making their presence felt on the point here. Very solid positioning.
Yeah, this is definitely going to sorry here. And we need healing is backing out because they, you know. Orisa is out here,
Getting a little bit of poke.
yeah. Alone though. Hopefully Orisa can back out and
Now the approach here is interesting. They're going to go straight in the middle, it appears, with the Winston first. But he does go down. Because of that, self-destruct comes out and gets nothing, but the rest of the team manages to take out 2. And that's probably going to be a reset for sorry.
yeah, when Ryan is forced to turn around to shield the bomb, leaves his team vulnerable to getting attacked from the rest of the enemy team.
It's actually a very common strat to send out a D.Va bomb with a Rhine Rhine ult, and that leaves the enemy team in an impossible situation.
Yeah, definitely. It's like they're taking the left route this time. Bastion does not have any cover right now.
Experience tranquility.
Transcendent comes out from sorry, and they get 2.
Did the tire come out? It did, and I guess it didn't get anybody.
It just didn't get anybody. Well, Sylar managed to sneak up on the Bastion there. Gets him with the point blank trap actually as a final blow, but it's immediately killed. Now the stall comes out with the Transcendence from We Need Healing. He should go down relatively soon there. They're building percentage here.
Taking people out as they
And-
come out.
Big res from We Need
Oh, big
Healing.
hammer
but
down!
also-
Oh, and the shield was just put down by Orisa right after the hammer down. That feels
and
bad.
the kills are going to come out, and this Bastion from sorry on an elevated position, taking everyone out, and they get a very fast cap on point B for sorry with a lot of time in the bank.
That is extremely
343.
interesting that we were just talking about how this was not a good Bastion map, and yet here they are, attack Bastion, and pulling it off very well.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, the Bastion is actually not the focus of the team, because when you have these sort of, very Bastion-centric comps, sort of protect the VIP comps, well, if you kill the Bastion, it's just over. Like, no one can really do much, because everyone's role is to support the Bastion, but not really for sorry. The Bastion has some protection with the Rhine, but he's not really responsible for everything, right? Like, once he goes down, other people on his team are getting kills as well. The soldier's getting kills, Winston's getting killed, Zen is getting kills. So because of that, the Bastion is almost acting like a tank, in that it's creating space for the other the other members of the team to operate.
Yeah, so actually, on that note, in that last push there, Bastion went down pretty early, actually, and the Mercy had res and chose not to solo res him, and I think that was a point that they also know that Bastion, they can move on without Bastion
Yeah,
to save their it.
You want a medal?
And they did. They cleaned up Bastion came back at the very end, got a kill or two, and then they capped.
And Bastion came in at and took a position in like the worst possible place for the defense on that high ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we need healing's going to rush through and try to speed through the center part, but the Pharaoh goes down to the Bastion. They're going to try to go back in the back door here to get on the point, forcing sorry to engage with them. But they do get here in time, and they're dying to sorry here, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to make any kind of headway.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that sorry waited a bit before starting to move towards point as soon as they noticed that they were going with that hard left option. But again, it worked out. So also something we didn't point out is that we need healing as starting a Sombra now.
Yes, so Sombra actually makes sense because it takes out barriers, and it'll get the Bastion out of turret form.
Ooh, there goes the EMP, takes out
EMP
Bastion.
With the rocket takes out Bastion, but the res comes out.
And Bastion still has ult. EMP came out a little too early and didn't actually cancel the ult there.
That's very interesting because you saw him actually transform. I guess as long as the transformation isn't complete, he doesn't actually use up the ult.
He also decided not to use the ult there at the end.
Yeah, at that point the fight was won because they got a few picks. And
yeah, I wonder if we need healing recognizes that Bastion still has ult or not, because I would think that it was over, and this is going to be a huge surprise. It's like Pharah goes down to Bastion.
Yet again.
The fight.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still running this far because Sorry's Bastion has proven over and over again that he can take care of a Pharah very easily. They've gone over to the to Zarya now.
They've had a Zarya since the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, did not notice that.
Wow. The Diva Bomb got Mercy somehow. It's actually kind of surprising. It's like
Rocket Barrage solo ults the Bastion, and without the Mercy res, that's going to be it for the Bastion and the Mercy for this fight.
Winston is hacked and cannot ult.
But the rest of the team is also getting kills, but the trades are coming out in favor of we need healing, so they should be able to get this with close to 1 minute remaining.
Curious to see if Mercy's going to try to come in and res. She might get hacked.
Battle Mercy. Battle Mercy with a single res just to contest.
Ooh, that was questionable.
That is, well, a bold strategy, shall we say.
Yeah. Also, it looks like Laramir switched off onto Reaper here. They've got EMP going into this next fight. Bastion still has ult. So, probably...
We're gonna come out the top side here. EMP and Graviton here. Gets to both the Bastion and the Reinhardt.
And since Mercy res that soldier back then,
yeah, that was...
this time.
If only Mercy had res here, this fight would have gone very differently.
Both supports are down here.
Winston is still on point, and well, both tanks are on point, trying to delay. And the Bastion ult is going to create a lot of space, a lot of time for his teammates here before going down. Although to no avail, as it Sorry is gonna be in full stall mode, but the Tech Visor coming out does give them the time they need to get the rest of their team respawned, so they only come out of that losing a tick.
That was very interesting. It looks like the Sombra is working out for them, though.
Yeah, the EMP is very effective, and Siler is charging that EMP very quickly. He's already at 81%.
Whereas Bastion's only at 25 here.
As we know, like if you have a good Sombra and a team that plays around health packs, you have almost every fight. But here, the Sombra is going to go down early, and they're going to get a DMAC, and this is not looking good for We Need Healing.
No, this fight is over. They will have EMP going into the next fight, though. Curious why they're still poking. I guess pretty safe for now.
EMP charge.
Probably to get ult charge.
Yeah, Grav is pretty close here, so might want to do that again, especially with the Reaper ults coming in.
Now,
You know.
they have the Sombra and the Reaper ult, and a Nano, so this could be a... Yep. This is a Talon, the Talon comp. That's,
But then the res comes
the
out.
res comes out.
They still have Nano though, and Grav is coming up very shortly. Reaper goes down. Big hammer. Well,
Solo
Not that
hammer
big.
down.
yeah.
Actually, it was a pretty good hammer down because, well, I think the Ryan was thinking that Zarya probably had Grav.
Let's see.
Okay, they're
Looks
gonna
like
come in again. Winston's gonna dive in to contest.
Also notable, Sombra already is at 75%. There's basically an EP almost every team fight if
Yeah.
she stays alive.
Oh,
Reaper goes down very
goes
early.
down very early, and he's gonna lose out on charge for his Death Blossom. They're gonna be here. And I imagine they're gonna go charge in soon.
We are getting very close to the point where the best We Need Healing can hope for is a draw, correct? More than 1 minute?
No, they need to get it before overtime.
Okay.
Experience tranquility.
If We Need Healing gets the point in overtime, then they can only hope for a draw at best. But if they have any time left, they will get at least a minute.
For 2 CP?
Yes,
I thought that was for escort.
they will get at least a minute, and the other team will get whatever was added on to the time as well. 20 seconds left. This is going to be the last fight. There is an EMP.
And a Grav. And a Nano. Here comes the Grav.
Grab first.
EMP comes
EMP
out.
goes out. Oh, gets 3 kills.
But Mercy's alive.
Mercy's gonna
and
res.
4-person
Sabotage.
Bastion ult comes out. Reaper tried to ult there and lost it too. Didn't get anybody with it.
And all
This
the
is
ults
it.
come out from Sorry. And that is it.
Sorry,
Series.
wins this.
Wins this game, match, and series. Our first finalist,
Play of the game.
Overwatch 2017.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry.
Heroes never die.
It's like this 3-person res over the 4, but I guess the healing was more. Yeah, play the game. It's kind of weird for reses, but yeah, that was really interesting. Yeah, I guess we're going for an interview with Weeble. So if you guys have any questions in the chat for us, post them soon so that we can collect them. We're going to be interviewing Weeble. Time to see if Weeble is in. I don't think he's invited to this. Let me PM him the Discord link. If you're not already doing that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, for some reason I didn't actually copy the link. So. People are asking, why can you only win with Bastion? Alright, let's see. Let me start collecting these questions.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hello, Weeble. Yeah, congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
How's it feel to be the finalists?
Pretty good. We were a little scared there at the beginning, but we pulled through, and it was a
Yeah,
good
and
game.
talk a little bit about how you felt in the first match, which you guys lost 3-0, and kind of what changed that allowed you to come back and sweep it.
So part of the reason is we're kind of awful at King of the Hill, just overall. So a lot of the times we'll drop the first map and then do fine at the following three. And also the switch and team comp to Bastion and Reinhardt, I think, really helped just to deal with the Orisa barrier and both their tanks.
Yeah, the Bastion pick, I think, really threw off We Need Healing at the beginning, and they basically spent the entire series trying to figure it out. What do you think they did wrong, or what do you think what weren't they countering that they really should have been?
I think they could have tried running more flankers. They tried Genji, and that did some things, like they were able to get a few picks on me coming behind with Pharah. But if they were running a Tracer, I think that would have worked well as well. Yeah, a lot of times they just tried to power straight through us, and that ended up working. So I think they needed to try more and get a pick on either a healer or me.
Did the Junkrat give you guys any trouble at all, do you think?
He was certainly keeping us moving. He wasn't destroying us or anything, but he was a pain in our ass. Luckily, we managed to spread out anytime we heard an ult, so we didn't get any of those team wiping Junkrat ults. But there was definitely the potential for that.
Now, I did notice that they were trying to run the Pharah a lot against the Bastion without a whole lot of success. Were you surprised by that at all? Like, did it feel easy to deal with a Pharah?
It felt easy to deal with her, but that's also because we would focus her anytime we saw her, because we know she was a threat. Zen would throw a Discord on, and everyone would call out her position, and we'd all just look up in the sky and murder her.
And the last map, they went with at the end. They went with the Sombra. They went with kind of Talon comp Sombra Reaper, and with Zarya as well. Were you guys planning for those alts and just planning out how to deal with them? Because you guys definitely did deal with that combo very well there.
I think we were just kind of lucky in that regard, because a lot of times the Sombra would hack our Reinhardt, and so there's no shield, and then Dia would ult, and we'd get wiped, and we were just lucky enough to have a Mercy res at the same time. So if we didn't have that, I think they could have ended up pushing through. So we could have done a lot better to deal with that, but we were lucky.
Yeah, it really did seem that every time they had the Talon combo, which is EMP plus Death Blossom or EMP plus Grav, that the Mercy was always able to come in and res everyone.
Yeah, that seemed to be the case.
Ivy, did you want to do some of the chat questions?
Yeah, sure. I currently have 5 right now. So, first thing, we've gotten this question quite often in chat throughout the stream was, do all the members of the Sorry team have the Sorry spray?
I don't think so. I know I do, but as far as I'm aware, you get that from the 5 teleporter kills in one game, right?
Yeah. So
I don't know if all of us have been able to do that, especially the Mercy vein, because I imagine that's quite hard to do with Mercy.
Is it something you guys have talked about, like using the spray at all?
No, actually, that never came up. It was more talk about trying to get Whiskey a Pachimara icon, because that's what we were using most of the time.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, This isn't necessarily true for your previous matches, but at least for this one, people are wondering why can you only win with Bastion?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, like he brings a lot in terms of dealing with tanks and barriers, which is helpful. But I'm not quite sure why we do so much better with Bastion over any other DPS. Maybe part of it is because it's not run very commonly, and so a lot of teams don't know how to deal with it as well as they know how to deal with like a Pharah or a Genji. But I don't think that's all of it. But I'm not sure what else is the cause for that.
Well, I was saying during the match how your Bastion setup is not your typical protect the VIP all in Bastion comp, right? Like where literally every other character's sole purpose is to protect or enhance the Bastion.
Yeah, that is true. I do play more like a soldier who happens to be able to deal out 450 damage per second if necessary, rather than a stationary turret.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say the next question, unless you had more to ask about that one.
No.
Okay. So, people are wondering how you felt after the King of the Hill map.
We were a bit down after that, but we were also, like I said, partially expecting that because we tend to lose King of the Hill a lot more than the other game types. So yeah, it felt bad to lose, but it didn't get to us too much.
Do you usually not run the Bastion comp on King of the Hill?
Not usually. I think we've run it once, actually in our first game when we started running Bastion, and that worked for us. But I don't know. I guess it's just something we haven't really tried too much, and so we didn't want to risk trying to run that in a tournament match. We'd prefer to try running it in a scrim, but we haven't tried putting together any scrims lately.
I see.
Makes sense. So the next question is, why do you guys not run an Orisa?
Mainly because none of us can play Orisa.
Makes sense.
I think Whitespace, who's our main tank player, pretty much plays Zarya, Reinhardt, and Winston. And BH, who will also fill in for tank, mainly plays Diva when he's playing tank. And then Bob Noeli, who is our sub. I don't know if he mentioned if he could play Orisa or not, but we decided to go with the Reinhardt.
Makes sense. The next question is, what were your thoughts on the Sombra? I think you kind of touched a bit on this already, but did that surprise you guys? Do you feel like...
It was a bit of a surprise because we hadn't seen them run that in their first match. And it caught us off guard, like I said, with the Sombra hack to prevent the Reinhardt shield, and also I think that ended up killing me a few times because I needed the damage from my my sentry mode, and that disables it. And yeah, so it was not something we were expecting, because we were kind of expecting Siler to mainly stick to Genji, Junkrat, and I forgot what else, but the three main ones that he played in their match against, what was it? A team has no name.
I see. Yeah, I think it was actually working out pretty well, but I also think that you guys handled it very well as well.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think if we weren't lucky enough to have that Mercy res every time they used the Summer ult, they could have pushed on to the last point and won.
Yeah, that last Mercy res was definitely the winning move for you guys, I think. So I have a question of my own, and that's what did you think about when they ran Bastion? Like, were you guys, since you play a Bastion comp, do you guys feel pretty well equipped to know how to face a Bastion versus the other teams you play that maybe not so much know how to play against a Bastion?
Sort of. I mean, we had the advantage of also running a Bastion at the same time, so whereas most teams will have to find a way to play around the Bastion, we can sort of just try to push through with our own damage. and hope we win, which most of the time ended up working out because Orisa shield only has 800 health, whereas our Reinhardt shield had 2,000.
Well, one thing I noticed was that, if I recall correctly, in the King of the Hill map, they ran Bastion on one of the comps, right?
Yes, actually, yeah, you're right. They did, and at that I guess we just kind of focused the Bastion. I sort of flanked with Pharah in order to get some damage on him. I'm actually not quite sure why they swapped off on him, because he seemed to be doing reasonably well, if I remember correctly. But you know, they won that map, so they're clearly doing something right.
Yeah, because we were wondering whether or not that was from the fact that they knew you guys ran Bastion, and so they wanted to get ahead of it or something.
Maybe. I mean, they ran Bastion in one of their maps in their first game, so I think it's just something that they run sometimes.
Anything else on your end, IV?
I don't think there are any more serious questions. Chat's you have BH here asking, why is your Zen so bad? Should he run something else?
BH?
Yes.
That's our Zen player.
Yes, I
Yeah, he was asking to play something else, and we were like, no, keep playing Zen. You're really good at Zen. So, yeah, that's kind of the problem with finding something that works, is that then you try to you just stick with that because it keeps working, and so everyone ends up playing the same hero over and over, which I can see being fairly boring.
Any shoutouts you want to do? Final statements?
I think Kyle, you're still watching. Stop sending me caps messages over Blizzard. And closing remarks. No, that was a close game. That was really fun. So good game to the opposing team.
All right. Well,
I
thanks
do
for your
have something we've been asking the other teams is, do you have any thoughts on who your opponent is going to be, or who you'd like to see as your opponent in the finals here?
Okay, I'd like to see a match against Sounds Good to May, mainly because one of their players used to be on my team at work. So I kind of want to play against him. As for who's going to actually end up facing us, I'm not quite sure. They're both really good, but I would, based off of what I remember from both games, I think Sounds Good to May might be a little bit better. But it's hard to say. It could definitely go either way.
A lot of people have been saying they'd like to see Sorry, and Sounds Good to face off in the finals just because of the May themes. So there's another reason to look forward to that.
Funnily enough, I don't think either team runs May.
Yeah, it was We Need Healing that was running May.
Yeah. And they only ran Genji a few times.
And it's Sorry is all about the spirit of May, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's great having you, and thanks for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, no problem.
And, look forward to seeing you in the finals.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
That's it, chat.
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, chat. Bye,
Thanks
Twitch.
for watching.